Hi, how are you? How are you doing? Yes, I believe and I trust that you are doing good. Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's all depends with where you are. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For new viewers, new members of the family, feel welcome and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yes, press that notification bell and like my video. And liking my video is for all of us. Yes, whether returning or the new members of the family. Otherwise, guys, karibuni sana, feel welcome. Yes. From today's topic, tell me what you think about it. Just before I start telling you, yes, start writing there in the comment section. What is that you wish you were taught in school? Yes. What is that you wish that you were taught in school, but unfortunately, you were never taught? Nobody told you about it. Yes. What is that you wish you are taught? You know? Yes. I think in school we go to we go to school maybe to be taught education. Yes, just education. Yes, discovering things. You're just taught things that maybe those who came up with the syllabus, they thought that they were good. Yes, there's this joke where we usually ask ourselves, we have been finding X for a long time. You mean nobody has ever found X? Personally, I remember there was time I found X was 5, at that time X was 2. Those were the things that were taught in school, and they were good. I don't want to bring the factor that whatever we are taught in school is not important. It was important, yes. It has helped us in one way or another, yes. An insect has 3 parts: head, thorax, and abdomen. Yes, maybe in some way it is helping somebody somewhere. It is helping somebody somewhere. Yes, there were other things that we are taught. Maybe I don't know. Maybe grammar. At least I thank God. Now I'm not maybe using a mother tongue. It's good. Not that it's not good, but maybe by using this English, I can be able to reach many people. Yes. That one is an advantage of our education system, something that we are taught. But what do you feel like you are taught in school? Yes, it is there, but you are not taught. Yes. Like number one, personally, I feel like we should be taught how to deal with pain. Yes. When I talk about pain, I'm not talking about maybe when you are cut or when you are hit by something. Not about, because that when you go to hospital, you get some injections and some painkillers, and with time you'll be healed. But there are other things that cause us pain. Maybe somebody told you something and it caused you a lot of pain. Maybe somebody made you to go through something and it caused a lot of pain. It traumatized you. Yes. I wish we were taught on how to deal with pain. Who else think like me? Yes. I wish we were taught how to deal with pain. What do you think? Because there are people who have gone through painful situations and they end up becoming slaves of those situations. Like they were not able to let them go. Yes, and we can't blame them. We can't blame them. We can't blame them. But I wish maybe in our education system we were taught on how to deal with pain. Because there are other things nobody teaches us, Maybe you get some money and you go maybe to therapy. But what about those people who don't have money to go to therapy? Yes. What about those who don't have the access? What about those people who don't know about therapy? Yes. And mostly therapy is for adults. Do we have therapy for kids? They are there, but even though the society is not aware that we have therapists for kids. In most cases, we are not aware. Or we underestimate the pain that kids go through. What do you think? Yes. Do you have an experience that you went as a child and people just assumed? Maybe you went through a phase, the whole of the family, maybe, yes. as a family, but people maybe they just thought about the adults, the adults, but nobody got concerned about kids. Yes, nobody got concerned about kids, and yet their issue affected the whole family. Yes, what do you think? I wish we were taught on how to deal with pain. The other thing, I wish we were taught on how to deal with loss. Yes, loss of everything. Loss of everything. Loss of a loved one, loss of a job, loss of a friend. Yes, loss of a relationship, loss of a friendship. We go through different losses. Even loss of wealth. Yes. What about a phone? Yes. Sometimes you lose a phone and you have to go through a lot. Yes. I wish our education system taught us on how to deal with a loss, because nobody tells us about loss. You incur a loss and people maybe they comfort you maybe for 2 days or 1 day. Sometimes even nobody knows about it. Yes. Sometimes you lose maybe even marriage. Yes. For example, when people lose their marriage, I don't think people are just like, oh, so and so divorced, just like that, and it ends there. What do you think? Do you think we or maybe our education system should teach us on how to deal with loss? Yes. Like that one of a marriage, I think it's sensitive. It affects both parents. It affects kids. Yes. But nobody taught you how to deal with this. You divorce. And people are just like, oh, so and so divorced. No, what do? Maybe the mother or the father, or they plan on maybe co-parenting, but they are going through loss. And especially for men, they don't even talk about it. And also even for women, a woman will just tell a friend, we divorced, we separated. Actually, most of people say we separated, with or without maybe reuniting again, but they have gone through loss. They have gone through loss. Inside them, they are mourning. Yes, they are grieving, but they don't even know how to do it. When you go to church, they'll tell you maybe to pray about it. Yes, praying about it is good, but at times it's not enough. Yes, praying about it is good. Yes, with time you will heal, but at times it's not enough. For example, let's assume maybe losing maybe a marriage or a 10 years marriage. It's not something that you're expecting. Maybe you will need maybe in 1 year or in 2 years. It is not something that you are healing, because imagine you have stayed with that person for about maybe 10 years in marriage, and maybe you had dated for 3 years. Those were 13 years. When you met without kids. Now you have kids. You have kids. You have already established bonds. Other relationships. A lot has happened within those 10 years. And then you start living your life, and you just nobody is there. Nobody is asking you, how are you doing? How are you dealing with it? And now life is continuing. Maybe if you have kids, they are going to school. Maybe you are paying bills. A lot is happening. Maybe you are paying bills. Your kids are going to school. They are eating daily. They have maybe to wear clothes. When they get sick, they have to go to hospital. And maybe now the other partner is not there. Whether he was supportive or not, he's not even there. I think it is traumatizing, and nobody is telling you on how to deal maybe with that kind of loss. I think our education system should have taught us on how to deal with loss. Yes. And even loss of jobs. What do you think? I feel like I have a lot to say concerning loss of job. Have you ever lost a job? And especially when you are not prepared. You know, there are times when you just wake up and you go and tell your boss that you don't want that job again. Yes, maybe you want to do something else, or you're just tired. Yes, you're just tired. You don't want to do that job again. You're just tired. And you know, imagine that you have lost a job without notice. Let's assume, maybe for example, what happened during COVID. People were stopped from going to job immediate, abrupt, without notice, without pay. You know, without pay. How do you deal with that? Yes, maybe to, especially for professionals, maybe doctors, nurses, you know, you used maybe to waking up very early in the morning. You prepare yourself, you go to job, maybe from January to January, unless maybe you have a leave. Yes, and mostly they are leave with pay. And then you wake up and there's no job. Hi, there is no job. There is no job. You have to wake up. If you are a woman, you wash your utensils, you clean your house. By 11, you are through. You have nothing to do. Plus, you don't know what people do when they stay in their houses. You know, before you start thinking, I can do this and this, it is affecting you. Yes, and maybe you had people who are depending on you, maybe for their schooling, maybe for their rents. You know, you had them, but now they are there. They're not even understanding that you don't have a job, because some other factors, even if they understand, they can do nothing about it. For example, maybe you had kids who are in school, and now you don't have a job. You know, their school expect you to pay them, whether you have a job or you don't have a job. So guys, what do you think? Should the education system teach us on how to deal with loss? Yes. Personally, I strongly feel that the education system should teach us on how to deal with loss. Yes. Another thing, which I think it's somehow related to loss, is how to deal with the breakups. Not only maybe marriage, but maybe let's assume in a case where people are dating. Yes, it's somehow connected to the other one. But what do you think? Because I feel like nowadays we have a lot of suicide cases. We have a lot of people killing one another due to love. Hi, wapenzi watazamaji. Yes, we have a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot. What do you do when you've stayed with somebody maybe for 3 years, for 2 years, for 6 months, for 1 month, and that person wakes up and tell you that it's over? They no longer want you in their lives. And I understand there are people who don't have shock absorbers in their hearts. Yes, there are people who don't have shock absorbers. And then somebody's son or daughter just wakes up and tell you it's over, or I'm no longer interested in you, or you just realize they are no longer interested in you anymore. Do you think that school should have taught us on how to deal with breakups? Hi, how are you? What do you think? Me personally, I feel we should be taught on how to deal with breakups. And not only breakups, but also the whole thing. Dating, I'm trying to say relationships, you know. Yes, my spirit of Mount Kenya is trying to interfere with me. Yes. I think we should be taught, because nobody tells us these things. Our parents, they don't even talk about them. In church, they don't. Maybe they will tell you 1, 2, 3 things, yes. But we are not taught. I feel we should be taught in school. We should be taught on what to do. Yes. We should be given values and skills that should give us shock absorbers. Yes. What do you do personally? What do you do at a personal level? It might not be maybe a love affair. I think even in a plot, or even in job. Maybe you are so close to somebody and you just realize they are no longer interested in you. Or maybe you had a friend, maybe you are just a lady and another lady, and you are friends, and then the other person, maybe he or she start withdrawing. How do you deal with that one? How do you deal with that one? Yes, tell me there in the comment section. How do you deal with that one? When you just realize there's somebody that maybe you loved, used to open up, used to share a lot, used to maybe to give them money, maybe they used to give you the money, but now they are not interested and they are telling you, me, siko feel, yani, I'm no longer there, or you can just say it, but they are not there anymore. I wish that in school you were taught those things. Yes, I have a lot that I feel. Maybe I can continue with the topic in another video. Yes, but as for today, I feel like that one is enough for today. There are things that we would have been taught in school. Yes, I usually hear that marriage is the only institution where you are given a certificate before you start learning. How is it? Anyway, personally I feel, but this is my thinking, I don't want you to say something. Sometimes I feel like maybe people should be getting married and then they stay for about 10 years. Then after 10 years, they not do the wedding. After 10 years, we'll be having all the reality concerning the other spouse. But that's my thinking. I'm not saying that what should be done, but I feel like you should be getting married first. You start staying with one another for about 10 years. Then, after 10 years, you do the wedding. But now, I think, when it comes to marriage, I think it's all about trusting the process. Yes, you take vows, you take somebody's daughter, you accept somebody's son to be part of your life, and now you start staying with them. Whatever happened to them along the way, you are ready for it. I think that's faith, and a great faith, and it's a good faith. Yes. Otherwise, guys, I love you so much. I'm looking forward to hear your views. I'm looking forward to hear your comments. Yes, tell me what you think. Tell me what you feel. Others, guys, I want to continue. May you stay blessed. May you stay fruitful. May you stay positive. Bye bye.